Hello guys, welcome to your own channel Chess Radio Kolkata. Now I'm going to show you a very good game, that is Queen's Gambit versus Budapest Gambit. You can also see the engine analysis over here. So the game is starting from and that is the decline variation of Budapest Gambit. So it's d4, knight f6. Why should we play knight f6 against d4? Because after c4 or c3, black can play e6, and there are a lot of opening theories you can commit over here, like there is the Nimzowitsch, okay, that is the Grunfeld. Lot of line you can go through with it, like Semislav or Slav. Lot of lines you can go through this. But back to our game, it's e4, knight f6, c4, and black plays e5. That is the Budapest Gambit. Now white replies with e3. It is better that d captures e5. Computer is also suggesting that, but in the game it's e3. Now e into d4, e into d4, and knight e4. That is the Fajarevich variation. Now white replied with the knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, d6. That is a blunder move. Now you can see this knight has been captured. So I already lose down a piece in just only 7 moves. Now I play d5, knight back to the c3, d into c4, bishop into c4, bishop g4, bishop a2, unpinning the knight, queen d7, prepared to long castle, bishop e3, protecting the center pawn, and now I castle. Now you may wonder that why should white play bishop e3. If white does not play bishop e3 and does play any casual move, then just simply capture the knight, and after recapturing simply capture with the knight or with the queen. Now with the queen is a blunder, because now that is a check, and after recapturing you lose your queen. Okay, so it's better that after bishop captures, capture with the knight. Okay, now if bishop captures, then you can simply save your rook and game is going on. Now back to our game. After knight c3, d captures c4, bishop captures e4, bishop g4, bishop e2, unpinning the knight, queen d7, bishop e3. Now long castle, knight b5, king b8, queen a4, bishop b4 check, blocking with the bishop d2. Now bishop captures bishop, king captures bishop, and now rook e1, rook e8. Now it's bishop c4. Now bishop captures f3, rook h to e1. Now simply rook captures rook, rook captures rook. I retreat my bishop back to the h5, d5, but you can see the king is pinned to the queen, so he cannot capture my knight. So I threaten to capture the knight with a6. Now he moves his king for capturing my knight, although I refuse to save my knight, but I capture the knight. It's a into b5. So now the pieces are equal on the board, but right at the moment I am one piece up. Now queen cross b5, knight a7, attacking on the queen, and he is exchanging the queens on the d7. Now rook e8 check, I block with the knight c8, bishop b5, rook d8, rook h8 was the best move over there. Now rook cross d5, bishop c4, rook c5, b3, b5, rook g8, b into c4, winning the bishop, b into c4, g6, rook g7, knight d6, rook into h7, rook into c4 check, king b2, king b7, h3, bishop e2, g4, f5, g into f5, knight into f5, h4, bishop h5, king b3, rook f4, a4, rook into f2, king b4, rook b4 check, king c5, and rook captures a4. Now king b5, rook captures h4, rook d7, g5, rook d5, bishop g6, protecting the knight, king a5, g4, rook b5 check, king c8, king a6, knight d6, rook g5, bishop d3 check, king a5, bishop e2, king b4, knight e4, king a5, and knight into g5. Losing after the rook, the opponent resigned the game. So thanks for watching the game. I hope you can also play the Budapest Gambit in your real life games. Till then, bye bye.